Harris off the Embiid screen. Drives and stuffs it through.
We talk all the time about the size and length across the board for Philadelphia. Look at Toronto, right?
Fortunate bounce there. It ends up in the hand off. And Gasol, remember, he's a former defensive player of the year. Here's Lowry. And the former Villanova Wildcat gets Toronto on that, but got it back. Butler driving and scores this time against Green. Butler acquired in mid-November from Minnesota. Due to be a free agent, though, possibly after tonight. Here's Siakam at the elbow, and he banks it home.
So Kyle Lowry kicks
it out, and Embiid shooting about 30% from three in the playoffs and back in the regular season. Butler got bumped and finishes through contact off the window. Floor. He had 21 points in Game 5, which was his lowest scoring total in the series. He had a 45-point game in Game 1. Butler on the baseline. Come 4 minutes in.
Yeah, incredible. Because we had Game 1 here in the first round, and they were booing in the first quarter.
Yeah. Harris for three.
And stays competitive, puts game pressure on Philadelphia late. What is their response?
Siakam open again, and this time. Siakam driving on Embiid, and what a shot.
How about that? Look.
15 seconds. Butler defending Leonard. Two excellent two-way players, and Leonard wins that one.
Yeah, just go back.
Ennis with numbers here. The step through, and Ibaka comes over with the rejection. Harris back to Simmons. Touch shot off the window, and Simmons.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry doing a great job touching the paint, playing at his pace, getting shots for his guys.
Here's Scott for three. Green flops, no whistle. Simmons, no look pass, and Ennis with the bucket.
First 4 games, Toronto struggled making open shots. They've had some here in the first. They've had tremendous looks. They're not knocking them down.
But we waited next week. We mentioned TNT would have Raptors, Sixers Game 7 if Philadelphia wins tonight. And great news, by the way, as Leonard hits this.
We could see all the former NBA players reacting to it as Ben Simmons continues to impose his will on this basket.
For Simmons, 6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And he's got 2 fouls that he's playing with as Leonard strokes it through again.
Here's your will. 6'10" with great athleticism right in front of the claw for the putback.
Here's Butler getting inside. Jimmy Butler. This series is only averaging about 2 points per game. Ibaka from Gasol, and drops it through.
Come on, how?
Again, missed that time, batted out. Shot clock at 5. Simmons goes right past Ibaka, got him off his feet, and finishes. A couple games where he was very loose with the ball, had double-figure turnovers in one of those games. Redick catch and shoot. And
tries to stay on your hip, is right there with you. He wasn't even close.
Embiid's going to try one. It's good. They are 5. Shot clock is at 3. Siakam swatted away by Ennis. Now Butler gets it back to him. Ennis to the corner for Scott. Another one. Philadelphia. Remember, it was Toronto in Game 5, hit 16 threes as Kyle Lowry.
Offensive end, and this is the last piece of the puzzle. Can they get Joel started?
James Ennis, wow. Offensive rebound and stick back. He's played quality minutes. Brett Brown to Harris. So Ben Simmons off the floor getting a breather. Does have a couple fouls. Redick, how about that? Little English, spinning it home. Leonard with 8 points. They move it around off that initial double, and great look by Gasol to Siakam.
That's exactly right.
Two-way guy, great defender, but so smart. Developed also a three-point shot as Leonard hits the mid-range game. Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam.
Tremendous pass. You don't think Kawhi thought to him?
Leonard just snatches it out of the air with his left hand, then takes it with his right, lays it in.
And no.
Well, the other thing, too, is Nick Nurse told us Kawhi's actually become more vocal in the playoffs. Ibaka gets it to go. Thing run by Toronto. The shot clock at 4. And a strip by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam.
Ask him about playing for Pop. And Tom says to him, I don't think in February, he asked people who the Toronto Raptors head coach was.
The Raptors 1 win away from their second conference finals in 4 years. Nice pass, Simmons. Butler puts it in. Ben Simmons with 6. Was trying to force a Game 7, which would be Sunday in Toronto. Our friends at TNT will have that. Here's Butler, alley-oop, and Simmons with a put-down.
How good basketball. I thought that ball went off of Kyle Lowry. I really did. They're going to keep possession, but I think this ball went off him.
Here's Green, and he drills a 3 that ends that stretch. Butler, nice pass to Scott, who cut in the lane, and Butler for 3. Butler's going to take this one short, chases it down, is fouled, and he back. Siakam, nicely done with a floater.
Now their staff.
Shot clock at 9. Butler gets around McCaw. Jumps and hits off the glass. Butler, 17 points. Butler with a great play. Steals it from Leonard. On the other end, flies to the rim and lays it home. Out situations in Game 6, but the last couple of years have been better closing out series on the road, which obviously is very hard to do, especially against this calendar for the
backwards. But you can see it's playing with him a little bit. Now Philly's challenging him.
2 years ago, he made 1 3. Great move by Simmons with the right hand. Siakam last year shot 22% from 3, 37% this year, and that one goes. Leonard keeps the dribble against Simmons with a timer now at 3. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes with one hand.
That was so tough.
Now Butler charged with defending Lowry. Simmons stays on Leonard. Lowry gets airspace and drains a 3.
I mean, that's too easy.
12-point game. Embiid trying to get free. Here's Harris with a shot clock at 4. And Harris with a terrific move in the paint. Tobias.
It's just practice.
Right, yeah. Well, there is no doubt a different level of Leonard. He's back to 15. Midway through the third here of Game 6. Leonard keeps the dribble. Siakam at the foul line. Could this be their last games as members of the Sixers as Leonard takes it to the rim? Boy, he got bumped and clock at 5. No good. Rebounded by Leonard. Raptors look to push it. They've got numbers. Lowry. Here's Green for 3. It's good. And Toronto Embiid drives. Hangs. Can't finish. Oh, Simmons! Lefty jam!
Time they've been pushed just slightly.
Embiid driving it. Gasol gets bumped. Averaging only 7 rebounds per game in the series. Harris with the blow by. Feeds the corner. It's Scott. Foot from Kawhi. And now Simmons ahead of the pack. Soars and finishes. Minute there at the end of the half. Van Vliet. None of those guys have even taken a shot. Simmons again on the attack with a right hand. Again with the defensive rebound. Embiid, the trailer 3 on target. Largest lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam for 2. Here's Harris working on Lowry in the low post, and Harris puts it in. He's got 12 points by Ibaka.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've got Mike Scott with 11 off the bench for Philly. Ennis has had a really good night with 5 points and 6 rebounds. Other 3 starters, Siakam and Leonard, are doing their part, but Gasol's got 1 basket, Lowry 3, Green 2. Embiid, after a slow, now he gets caught in the air, finds Harris. And then Harris takes it to the rim and gets 2.
Here's what I wonder. At what point does Nick Nurse pull the plug? Because you're going back for Game 7. It's every other day. Nice little layup there by Kyle Lowry. Nick
does. I mean, I have no idea what to think about Game 7. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers are on their way as Leonard slams, and then the Raptors win the next.
Practicing Wednesday. And we're not coming in here until 5 o'clock pregame to walk through things.
Lowry's 3 in every game with the right foot injury. And then his rookie year, when he was healthy, he was phenomenal, and then he gets hurt, and he misses.
Obviously, San Antonio did the same, but that guy has got a lot in his offensive arsenal.
Redick for three! Second quarter, where he took control of the game. He also has 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He hasn't missed a free throw in this game. And he's taken good shots as Gasol hits. Butler's home.
In their first 9 postseason games. Just extraordinary. What a rip by the team and Giannis.
There's Powell. 2000, Denver's last trip there was 2009. There's T.J. McConnell in the paint. There's Patrick McCaw. Miller in the lane. Nice move for the layup. Don't forget, we have another Game 6 tomorrow night on ESPN. Warriors and Rockets. Kevin Durant back if the Warriors beat the Rockets and make it to the conference final. We'll know more next week. McConnell flips it up and in. There's Jody Meeks driving and getting the layup. Toronto with a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. Milwaukee is waiting, and the Bucks are going to get a week off